Welcome back again. This one is getting hot and it's getting really bad. And you know, there are stories out here that people don't talk about it, and sometimes they don't want to hear people talking about it. But because of Pan-Africanism and meaning and expecting and wanting wellness in Africa, we have to talk about it because we are looking for the future. We are not looking for what is happening now. We are looking for the future and what's going to happen in future. And that is why the great leaders like TRAORE and many others, talking about Goita and talking about Abdurrahmani, the things they are speaking, when you listen to them, they mean wellness and good. They want the best for the motherland. And whatever is happening in Africa right now, there are some people who are doing things that are not good, but these things are not being talked about. And we have to talk about it. We have to speak them out, because when something is bad, a condemnation of it is needed. It's required. Now, I want you to listen to this video. I want you to watch it very keenly and listen to what is happening.
And I have a message to the Kenyan people. You are at risk. Your country is at risk. You don't know what's coming, but what is coming to your country is destruction and war. And let me explain. Your president, Ruto, is under huge pressure by the United Arab Emirates. I'm from Sudan. I can tell you, we have never expected that our country will be in such a destructive war. But the reality is, we've been in the unexpected high level of destruction caused by the United Arab Emirates for the last 2 years. And we've never thought that the UAE will ever do that to us until it became a reality. We've seen the actions of the UAE in Yemen. It destructed the whole country. We've seen the UAE actions in Sudan, in Libya, and in other countries. The UAE is not what you think it is. UAE is not what is Dubai looks like. Explaining to you in more details, Mr. Ruto brought the RSF, the genocidal group. Hang on, I'm not saying that the RSF genocidal because I just don't like them. You can go back and search why Mr. Hemeti is in the list, the blacklist of America, and that he is now confirmed and wanted for mass destructions, targeted killings, and ethnic cleansing. Yes, you've heard me right. He thinks he's an Arab, and he thinks that he is superior to the Africans of western side of Sudan. So he is killing African descents and targeting them. And it's unfortunate that Mr. Ruto supports all that, and he provided a platform for such a genocidal group. Now, he didn't do that because he really wanted it. He's under pressure. And he's under pressure because his hands are actually dirty. He was part of gold smuggling deals. Yes, you've heard me right. And I didn't say that myself. It's actually your previous vice president and your previous foreign minister himself went out on plain TV and explained that Mr. Ruto is engaged into gold smuggling operations that are illegal. They smuggle gold from Sudan, they bring it to Kenya, and then they resell it to the world as a Kenyan based gold or mined gold. Now, what will happen is that Ruto is under pressure to legitimize this genocidal group, and soon the UAE will start interfering into your politicians, buying them one after the other with millions of dirty money, just like Mr. Ruto, which no doubt his actions, the erratic, irrational actions of him in the last few weeks are just based on the UAE dirhams that put him under huge pressure, and because of the dirty deals he was involved in, and he doesn't want it to go out on the surface. So he's pushed to accept and legitimize the RSF group. Now let me tell you what that means for you and for every regular Kenyan and to the Kenyan government. RSF destroyed Libya, Chad, and Chad now is also not a sovereign country anymore. It's part of UAE. The Chadian president is just a UAE puppet, and the same will be for Mr. Ruto. Central Africa is almost gone as a country. Sudan is fighting back this project and making sure that we maintain the sovereignty of our country. Now, you need to act immediately. It's meant in few hours that the RSF group meant to hold another meeting in one of your famous halls in Nairobi to disgrace the history of Kenya, to disgrace the politicians and the whole meaning of being a free sovereign country. And they will hold another meeting in your Nairobi, in your loved Nairobi, and they will announce a parallel government. That is an act of war. That is illegal. That is diplomatically called a diplomatic crisis. And Mr. Ruto is pushed to do that. Now, this might be too bad for the Sudanese people, but for you, basically, regular Kenyans, you might think this is not related to you guys and it's out and off your shores. No, you gotta be worried. UAE likes your gold, likes your country, likes the mining sector in your country, because UAE thinks they are the superhero of mining in the world now. And soon, if you don't act today, if you don't act pretty much in few hours, UAE will take over your country. And if you resist, you are gonna face a similar war, just like the Libyan people did, just the Sudanese people are doing now, and just like the Yemeni people and Central Africa and many others. UAE has interfered in the Horn of Africa, caused complete chaos, and it's just not stopping. They don't understand, they don't stop, nothing will stop them. The killing, the destruction, the millions of displacement, the largest crisis in the world didn't stop them. Kenyans' lives means nothing to UAE. Sudanese life meant nothing and means nothing to the UAE, and many other lives, innocent lives that has been taken. Make sure you act now to make sure that Kenya will not be another Congo, and make sure Kenya will not be another Sudan, and do not have another war. Act now. Say no to Mr. Ruto. Kick the genocidal RSF group out of your peaceful country. Kick them out now. If you don't act now, you will see the destruction that will unfold onwards. You also want to do some investigations behind the dirty deals Mr. Ruto is involved in terms of gold smuggling and also the dirty arms deals that he's also involved in. You will know a lot, guys, about it. I hope that this will be a wake-up call to the Kenyan people, and I hope that we will see Nairobi as flourished and as developed as we always hoped and looked forward. We've always had a beautiful brotherhood with Kenyans, and we will maintain that. We will fight the UAE project in hijacking and taking over our countries, taking over our wealth for its own sake. It's just selfish and greedy enough. You will see it soon. Please, act now. Talk to your politicians. Push them to act. Go on the streets. It's now or never again.
Thank you so much. Welcome back again. A long time ago, when I was still young, I used to read a certain story. And there is a woman who hid a leopard in his house in this story because she felt like maybe I'm helping. So when the villagers were running looking for this leopard because it had really destroyed the village by doing things that are not good. So when this leopard got to the compound of this woman had to hide this leopard because she was like she's like she has that heart of helping. So when these people got there, they asked this woman, have you seen this leopard? And she really claimed she hasn't. They begged her because they were feeling like this animal is in this home. And the woman denied the allegations. They begged her to speak, but she couldn't speak. She said, I haven't seen that leopard. And when these villagers were going, they said, we are going, but if anything happens, count us out. We're not going to be there to help. We can't provide ourselves and offer ourselves for help. And they left. In a few minutes' time, when this leopard now came out, the leopard demanded for food. And the only person who was there that it felt it could maybe use as a prey, or rather as a food, was the child belonging to this woman. Stop hiding wrongs. Stop hiding wrongs. Stop keeping quiet when things are not good, when things are not well. We have to speak. Now, President William Ruto has been hiding a lot of things concerning the issues of minerals, and not only in Kenya, but also in Africa, because they've been having talks and discussion with Hemedi. Hemedi is a Sudanese military leader. I told you that on the last video. And they've been smuggling gold from Sudan to Kenya. And the final destination of this gold was Dubai. So they've been working with Dubai and the United Arabs Emirates on how they can be shipping golds from Africa to the UAE. Something that is not good. We are preaching the gospel of keeping minerals of African minerals for Africans. We're preaching the gospel of keeping our assets for ourselves and the resources for ourselves, so that we can be able to build up ourselves and grow up ourselves. That's the gospel we are preaching. That's the gospel that the Sahel is preaching. The gospel that the president of Africa is preaching. King TRAORE has been speaking about this all the times. It is something we're talking about all the times. And other puppets, other people are down here doing things that are not good, shipping our minerals away, taking them away, continuing to build the oppressors and the imperialists, continuing to serve the masters. And at the end of the day, we are the people who remain poor. Those people we are helping and those people we are trying to make them grow, they're the same people who at the end of the day they come and make us feel like we are poor, like we are uncivilized and many other things. But they're the same people we are giving privileges to, leaving our people back here unhelped. We are not focused. We are not sensitive on the interests of the people we are serving, the people we are supposed to be servants to. We want to look like bosses. Something that is not good. It's not appealing. It's not nice to the people. Getting that? Now, he has been doing this under the water. Nobody knew things like these were happening. But now it has begun coming to light. Now it's happening. It's coming to light now. You see? Something that is not good, it's not nice, it's not wonderful at all. Now people are talking about it now. It is something now, the revelations, since the former deputy president exposed him, now things are beginning now to come in light. The things they've been doing, smuggling gold from Sudan to Kenya, because now the military leader does not want to be seen is like shipping golds to the UAE, is bringing those golds to Kenya, and then when they're coming out of Kenya, it looks like golds from Kenya. And two middlemen here, which is Hemedi and Ruto, they're benefiting a lot. Something that is really bad. That's not what we mean. That's not what we want for the future of Africa. We want the best for the future of Africa. That's the gospel we are preaching. That's the gospel that TRAORE is preaching. That's the gospel that Sahel is preaching. That's the kind of things we want. Because Africa should get to a point when we can now be able to stand for ourselves. We can be able to build ourselves. We want to build a reputation. But if we ourselves would be killing our own people, destroying our own people, Ibrahim Traore talked about a black person killing a black person. This is like a black person killing a black person. Because if you're an African and you're doing this to Africans, it means you don't care. You're a kind of a person, you're a prick, a kind of a person who does not care about anything. You don't care about anything. You don't care about your people. You don't care about your black brothers and sisters. That's very wrong. Okay? Something we don't want. Africa is rich, but Africa is poor. Why? Because the wealth that is in Africa is being sold away by the people from the same country. Being used, given something small, you're keeping quiet on the wrongs. Being used, given something small, you're allowing enemies to come in and do whatever they want. We don't want that. It's really against the will of the people who mean well for the continent of Africa and for the black people in particular. So this issue, it's very bad. And this president is going to destroy Africa. He's not going to be, if he's not going to be very careful, because we are looking at a level of Kenya. Yes, Kenya can be distracted. When Kenya is distracted, Africa is distracted, because Kenya is a country that makes Africa full. Africa is a continent containing 54 countries, Kenya being one of them. And therefore, if Kenya is distracted, black person has been distracted. A black person has been destroyed, which is against the will of Africans. When Ibrahim Traore speaks, he talks at the perspective of a continent, Africa, the motherland, not from the point of Burkina Faso. Yes, he talks about Burkina Faso. Right now, he's helping the people of Burkina Faso. But if you listen to him, he means well and he wants well for the people of Africa. So people who does not want to concur or to agree with this one king, one president of Africa, Ibrahim Traore, is a kind of a person that we don't want to see anywhere near the issues and the matters concerning Africa and the matters concerning black people. These are the kind of people we're supposed to get rid of them. African mineral for Africans. African gold for Africans. African diamond for Africans. Talk of cobalt, talk of diatomite, talk of iron, talk of all these things. Let them remain for Africans from the land of Africa. Keep it here. Mine and keep it here. The issues of, you see, Traore the other time, he restricted people from taking the unrefined gold to the West. That is what we want. That is what we are aiming for. That is what we are looking forward to be. Let's make our own things. Let's create and build our own things by our own selves, because we are capable. We can do it. Whoever said we cannot do it, he's a liar. We can do it. We have the potential. We have the power. We have the courage. We have there is nothing we do not have. The strength and the mandate is within our hands. And therefore, things like these are not supposed to be done. Now, listen. UAE will soon start hunting this man. And this is a problem that he brought to himself. It is not something anybody else caused. He saw money. And this money is going to destroy him one day, because too much of everything is poisonous. If it's first time to be here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to press the notification bell. Be the first person to receive every news as it comes in. I am the African Streamline. African Streamline is your home. Anytime you find yourself for African Streamline, I tell you, you are at the right place. Keep coming all the times. Keep coming in all the moments and stay tuned. Be on toast to receive everything as it comes in. Africa is home. Africa ni nyumbani. And I tell you every day that anything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as black people, because Africa and black is our business. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Adios, muchachos.